In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge William H. Taft, and I will be presiding over the court case involving Daisy Buchanan. Today we are here to determine if Daisy Buchanan is responsible for the end of the 1920s, which is symbolized through the events in The Great Gatsby, written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The story takes place in the Roaring Twenties, where America is doing very well economically, but was marked by earmarks of greed, materialism, and carelessness. Through the trial, we'll explore how the actions of one person, Daisy Buchanan, may have brought it all crashing down. Let us begin. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we stand here to prove that Daisy Buchanan is responsible for the death of J. Gatsby, and more symbolically, the death of the 1920s. Her recklessness, selfishness, and careless actions embody the very flaws that brought about the decade of collapse. Through evidence and testimony, we will show that Daisy's choices directly led to Gatsby's death and in turn the demise of the entire era of dreams and hope.
Good morning, America. My client, Daisy Buchanan, may have made some mistakes, but she isn't the cause of Gatsby's death or the end of the 1920s. Other people played major roles in these events, including your boy Tom Buchanan. Yes, your boy Tom Buchanan, who set Gatsby up, first of all, and Gatsby himself is a suspect too, who made countless reckless decisions in his pursuit of an absolutely unrealistic dream. But today we will show you, I'll guarantee you that blaming Daisy is unviable, inaccurate, and above all, unfair.
Good morning, Mr. Caraway. How are you doing today?
Alright.
Mr. Caraway, how would you describe Gatsby's feelings toward Daisy?
Gatsby loved Daisy deeply. He just loved him so extremely. He built his whole life around Daisy, even his dreams around Daisy.
Mr. Caraway, would you say Gatsby's dream influenced his decisions?
Would I say that? Yes, absolutely, without a certainty. He took the blame for Myrtle's death because of his love for Daisy. He believed in a future with her, no matter the cost.
Now, can you recall what Gatsby said about Daisy after the accident?
Yes. He said something along the lines of of course I'll say I was driving. And to me, I feel like Gatsby's loyalty to Daisy led him to take responsibility for her stupid actions.
Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Carryway, would you Yeah, would you agree that Gatsby made his own decisions? Yes, but those decisions were solely driven by his feelings for Daisy. Am I not right?
So, isn't it true that Gatsby took responsibility voluntarily?
Technically, yes, but Daisy's manipulation, I would assume, and I'm certain, and her carelessness put him in that position in the first place. So I think you're wrong on that portion. Mr. Buchanan, right? Did you ever tell Mr. Wilson that the Gatsby owned the car that was involved in the incident?
Yes, I told him that Gatsby owned the car because he was threatening me.
So, did you know who was driving the car?
I just assumed it was Gatsby since it was his car.
So, to my understanding, you blame Gatsby solely due to your understanding that Mr. Wilson would try to attempt to harm or even kill him.
Yeah, I hate that son of a gun.
You told Mr. Wilson Gatsby owned the car, knowing he was in range. Why would you do this?
I was protecting myself.
So your actions, like Daisy's, were careless and selfish, correct?
I did what I had to, sir, just like I'm sure you do sometimes.
The evidence is clear that Daisy's selfishness, carelessness, and indecision caused a chain of events that led to Gatsby's death and symbolized the collapse of the 1920s. Daisy embodies the recklessness of the era, making her the cause of both tragedies. We ask you to hold her accountable.
Prosecution has failed to prove Daisy Buchanan is solely responsible for the death of the one and only, irrelevant Gatsby. Tom's actions, as well as Gatsby's own actions, are equally viably as impactful as Daisy's. So therefore, Daisy never intended any harm to come towards Gatsby or anyone else, as well as the 1920s. And I can assure you, the prosecution side is as incompetent as people can get.
Final verdict, Daisy Buchanan is guilty for the death of Jay Gatsby and the end of the 1920s. Court is adjourned.